Greetings, it's the New York Thrifter here, and we are starting this haul outright with Alice and Olivia. And in this haul, I went to my favorite Goodwill, and they were having their 25% off day plus a tag being on sale. And usually when I do this, I'll spend, over $300. I think in another one of my video, I spent like $370. And this time I spent around $100. And I love the pieces that I got, and I think you're going to be really excited to see them. However, I have noticed I'm getting a little pickier in what I pick up. I've got lots and lots of product, and so I'm just kind of taking a little bit more of my time. So by starting with Alice and Olivia, I hope that, they're all not this good, of course, but I'm hoping to really set that bar high in the types of pieces that I'm picking up. So this Alice and Olivia, it is a tunic top. It is not quite a dress, and obviously it is a beautiful royal blue. And they did price it at a top price, which means I paid a little under $4 for it. I looked up comps for this, and it looks like if I was to sell this on eBay, I would be getting probably around maybe $20 for it. But if I took it to Poshmark, I could get possibly $30. So that's what I'm going to do. Another really, really awesome brand is Wilford Free. And I want to really do a shout out to all the people on Instagram that are showing off their tags and showing off their shirts from this company, because I had no idea this existed, and this was a half off. It was yellow, so this was half off. So I'm assuming the other thrifters also did not know how much this was worth. I bought it for about $2.75, and it looks over on Poshmark to be selling for over $40. So I'm really excited. It's got a high-low. It is a sweater, of course. It is a little bit heavy, which is really great because, in most places in the US, it's still quite snowy and awful. I looked up if I was going to sell this on eBay, and it would probably only net me about $25. So not quite the price point I was hoping for. So that looks like it is Poshmark bound. I have a J. Crew jacket. This is a wool jacket, half off of, can you see it? Oh, 16. So I paid $8 for it. And it has the large oversized buttons. It is a very deep gray color, and it is made out of 100% wool. I really liked this. This is the kind of thing that I would definitely wear, especially in my younger years, if you will. And it looks like if I posted this on eBay, I would get probably around $20 for it. On Poshmark, the sales for this range from anything from, $30 to $60. So I don't see any reason I can't go over there, price it high, and then see what kind of offers that I get for it. Robert Graham. I've been talking about this brand a little more and more. Because I've been finding it more and more. It's a great brand. This is a size 12, so that's a woman's. It is a button-down plaid shirt. And whenever you're looking at Robert Graham, I always suggest you flip open your cuffs, because there's usually a really great pattern or design under the cuff. So I really like that. Now, this I bought for just under $4, and it looks like I'm going to be taking it to eBay and hopefully getting about $30 for it. This is a really, really silky top. It is a pop over, and as you can see, this fabric, it has silk in it and a little bit of polyester, I believe. Blue tag means that it was a little under $4. It is a Calypso St. Barth medium woman's popover in a very, very dark blue color. And it is quite sheer, so you would definitely have to wear something underneath it. I looked up this brand, and there are some really, really big pricing differences when you go to both Poshmark and eBay for this brand. Some things sell for really great money. We're talking, maybe $20 or $30. Others will go for less than 10. So with such a large difference in prices, I think I'm probably going to be going to eBay and hoping for maybe about $20 for this one. I really love this next one up. It is a Vineyard Vines. It's a size 4, so it's a little bit smaller size, but it is this amazing button-down plaid shirt, and it's got some ruffling to make it extra feminine. This was half off, if you can believe it, so I got it for under $3. And usually with Vineyard Vines, what I have found recently is it sells very, very well on Poshmark. However, when I was doing research on this particular cotton button down, I found that the price points on eBay were just better for it at around $30. So I will be taking this to eBay. One more Vineyard Vines. And this is a children's. It is just a tiny little girl's cardigan with stripes on it. It's got the little whale on it. And this was 25% off, which means I got this for about $1.50. And I'm going to be selling it on eBay for hopefully $15. Got a little bit more J. Crew here. These are some rust red capri pants and from J. Crew size 8. And as you can see, they have a specific brand for the fabric. Whenever you see a specific brand for the fabric, that generally means for J. Crew that they were more expensive than their regular line. So I do suggest you looking into comps for these. Now, I looked up the style number for these, and that can be found on any J. Crew piece. They have the style number right on the tag. There it is. 03704. And when I looked this up, I was able to go on Poshmark and I found that this exact pair sold for $24. However, when I looked at the date, it was in June that they sold. And so obviously I don't want to wait that long to sell my pair. So on eBay, it looks like they're selling pretty regularly for about $30. So this will be going to eBay. And sticking with the J. Crew theme, I have Madewell. Madewell is a division of J. Crew. This is an extra small hooded sweater with great stripes on it and a kangaroo pocket here in the front. Looking at this with the blue tag, I probably bought it for under $4. Oh, and also those pants were also blue tag, so those were under $4. And so for this, it looks like this Madewell sweater is selling on Posh for around $20. But the great news, if I took it over to eBay, it's probably closer to $35. Now, when I go over to eBay, I generally will put best offer on my pieces because I am, interested in moving them as quickly as possible. And so I will maybe have a price that's maybe about $5 or $8 more than than what I'm seeing, and then I'll have or best offer. And usually people will offer between that $5 and $8 below what I'm asking, which is great because that's the price I want to take anyway. That also protects me if I put my store on sale, like a 20% off sale. Again, it's usually within that $5 to $8, and so I'm still making the money that I would like to make. Okay, next up we've got some Anthropologie brands. And this first one, and I always pronounce this wrong, and I'm surprised nobody has called me out on it on YouTube because I've really butchered this name before, but it's Alvin's. And it is a skirt. It is a cotton blend striped skirt, and it's got some detailing there. And it goes about to the user's knee. It is a little small at a size 2, but it is absolutely delightful. I spent a little under $4 for this. On eBay, this brand, and really a lot of the Anthropologie brands don't do quite as well as they do on Poshmark. So I could probably ask for about $15 to $20 on eBay, but it looks like I can ask for maybe $30 on Poshmark. So we'll see if anybody wants it at Posh. Another Anthropologie brand, which is Florette. this is a size 6, pretty bright red. I think it's coming off a little muted, but in real life, this is absolutely bright red jacket with 3/4 sleeves, some oversized buttons, and a very large collar. This is just an absolutely adorable jacket. It's got a flower pattern on the inside, just some of those details, why you look for Anthro pieces. It has got some great, threading here on the back to give it a really neat design. So when I was looking this up, I saw that it is going for around $30 on Poshmark and $20 on eBay. So it's definitely going to be another Posh find. I paid a little over $7 for this piece, and I personally think that it's going to hopefully go pretty quickly because it is absolutely beautiful. Okay, I have a pair of pants this time, and I'm not going to pronounce it right, Alvin's, and this is the Brighton Pant in a size 4, and I got this for half off, so I spent $6 on these pants. They have got a stripe down, or a pleat, a sewn-in pleat down the middle. They are full length. And looking these up, it looks like they go for about the same on both eBay and Poshmark. And whenever I have the choice, I always go eBay because I find things, for me at least, sell faster. So I'm looking to get about $30 for these on eBay. Anthropologie brand Sparrow. They've got beautiful Anthro sweaters with Sparrow. This is a size small that I picked up for under $4, and it is a button-down cardigan with an open weave. It's got yellow with lots of white in it, and the decoration is also, or the open weave is also on the back. Looking this up, it looks like both eBay and Poshmark sell for around $20 on either platform. So I will be looking to go to eBay with that. Up next, we're going to get into some Free People. Free People is a really popular brand for a bit of the younger crowd, and you really need to read tags with Free People because there's going to be, a lot of them have that metal bar that says Free People, but there's lots of different lines and there's lots of different tags that they use. And so this one just happens to be a polyester tag with flowers on it. Now this is a black velvet dress that's a bit of a mini, and it has got some embroidery on it, as you can see. It has an empire waist there. The waist is very high, and it is a pullover with no zippers or buttons. And I got this for half off, so I got this for about $4.50. And Free People can do very, very well on Poshmark because it tends to be a little bit of a younger crowd. But I always like to check both places. And so when I checked with this dress, it looks like this dress will be going for about $30 on either platform, eBay or Poshmark. And so whenever I have the choice of which place to take it to, I find that for me, eBay sells better. So I will be taking this to eBay, probably pricing it around $35 and best offer, and taking hopefully $30. Here's a pair of Free People pants, and there is that metal tag I was talking about. This was blue, so this was under $4. These are deep maroon, and I call them pants, but they're a little more like leggings because they're definitely, they've got lots of spandex in them, lots of stretch, very tight on the wearer. Now, when I was doing research on these, I actually found that pants can do better on eBay than they do on Poshmark. So I'm going to be taking these to eBay and hopefully getting $30 from them. Again, pricing them probably at around $35. Some more Free People, this time a sheer rose blouse. This is a button down, and it has long sleeves on it, and it's got a bit of a high-low thing happening, so that's really great. When I looked, and I got this for under $4. When I looked this one up, it looks like this is hopefully another $20 bill. And repeat that with a final Free People piece. Again, this is a little bit older style of the tag, but still free people. It is not sheer, but it is a bit cropped, long sleeve pullover with some roses on it, under $4 for a $20 bill. Now these next two pieces are going to be plus size. Plus size does really well online, and so I highly suggest you get to know some plus size brands. A lot of plus size that you're going to see out there. Lane Bryant is a very popular plus size, but I find that the price point just isn't there for me online because I think it might be just a little too flooded. Torrid is another mall brand like Lane Bryant. However, I find, at least for me, I can price Torrid for a higher amount of money, and so I'm always looking for it. This is size 24, which is a great plus size. It is a floral dress that goes to about the wearer's knee. It is going to be perfect for when the weather breaks and we have some spring. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find the tag on this one, but I do know that I paid half off for it, which means I purchased for about $4.50. I'm going to be putting that up on eBay for around $32.99 and hopefully selling it for around that $30 price point. This is the other Torrid piece that I picked up. It is 3 and they have vanity sizing, so you just look up to make sure. Well, that might actually be a 3X. I'm going to look on the Torrid website. I don't have it memorized if that is a vanity size or if that's a 3X, so I will look up to see what the sizing for this is. And this is just a leopard print top pullover with some sheer sleeves, and I purchased this for around for around $2.64 because it was half off, and it looks like this will be going up. I'm going to put $20 on it and taking a best offer of hopefully around $15. Next, I'd like to go through some athletic wear. First up is this pair of Nike Pro black Capris, and these were half off, so they were around $3. They're a woman's size medium, and I find that Nike Pro does better than just the regular Nike, so I'm going to be putting this on eBay for probably around $16.99 and hopefully getting about $14 for it. I also have a pair of Columbia pants. These are a size 12, so that is a great size. Lots of people hopefully are going to be interested in these. They're an Omni Shield capri pant, half off, so $3. PFG performance fishing gear. You wouldn't necessarily have to go fishing in these, but it would be certainly an option. I'm going to be putting these on eBay for around $15. And then I also purchased a pair of Lululemon, and there is the Lululemon logo here. And these are wrecked. Somebody drug them through the store and got nasty, nasty things on the hem. This is just, lint, store lint, so it's really not too bad. However, I'm going to have to clean these up to be able to sell them. These are a pair of reversible, so you could wear either the black on one side or you can have this design on one side. Pick these up for under $3, and because of kind of the little bit older, little bit kind of dingy pilling, I'll probably only ask for around $20 for these and see if I can get that. Okay, we've got a top. This is a logo by Laurie Goldstein, and it is an extra large. Now, the logo, they do a lot of the tunic tops, so the extra large tops that you can wear with leggings. And this one happens to have a little bow detail here on the side. They're in a very soft material, and they can be very popular. Now, I've noticed that the more interesting the pattern that they have, the more that they go for. So I had this really cool pink top that had like some leopard stripe craziness happening. And I was able to sell that for about $25 because this one is a plain color. I'll probably end up asking or getting 20 for it. And I did spend a little under $4 for it. So that's a really good return for me. Yes, I have got a Lily Pulitzer, and this was the very first thing that I found when I walked into the store, so that made me very happy. I did pay around $4.50 for this. It is a lace strapless dress, and for Lily, if you go on eBay, the prices are quite low for what is a really, really good brand. So I like to go on Poshmark for my Lily, and it looks like this dress can be going for almost $50. And so I'm really happy with that kind of return. Next up, I have a Bcbg Max Azria skirt that I paid a little around probably $2.50 for, and this is just a little black skirt with some interesting seaming that kind of flares out a little at the end. It goes to the wearer's knee, and I can't get away from this brand. Every time I go places I find it. Not that I'm complaining, it does really well, so I will certainly take it. I've got a pair of very deep blue Theory kind of legging pants. These are a size 8. I paid around $3 for them, and the return on these looks to be really good, hopefully around $30 on eBay. So I'll be posting those Theory up on eBay. Okay, I have got 2 pieces by the same brand. This is Lafayette 148, size 16, and this is a 2-piece suit. So you get kind of this jacket. It is in a shiny lavender color. All the buttons, I checked to make sure these covered buttons were all there, and they are. And then this is the skirt. And what I did with this is, it was so funny because I found this jacket, and the jacket was $13.99 half off, $7. And I immediately said, yes, I will definitely get this for $7 because I know how well Lafayette 148 does. And then I was over on another rack and I found the skirt, and the skirt just had this white tag on it, and I wasn't sure what that meant. So when I took it up to the cashier, I asked, and they said, oh, they just must have been separated. So I got this Lafayette 148 silk suit for $7. And when you look this up online, it turns out that these sell, there's a big range between about $50 and $100. Now, since this is a larger size at 16, it will probably tend to do a little bit better. However, I am going to have the added expense. I am going to be taking this into my dry cleaner because I noticed with the collar there was some very, very light discoloring. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I'm sure it's something I can either get out or disclose, and it really doesn't make too big of a difference because, again, it's kind of on the inside of the collar and you wouldn't see it when you wore it. I also found a size 12. Now this is not white, I would call it more of an ivory button down, and I got this for around $7 because this was 25% off, and these are covered buttons. Again, kind of a really great detail here. I'm going to be taking this over to eBay, hopefully getting around $30 for it. And this next piece is an Eileen Fisher, which is a favorite seller of a lot of resellers I know. It is a size large gray jacket coat dress. I'm actually not quite sure what it is. I'm going to do some research on it to find out because it is a thicker material. However, I think it might be a dress, but then it's also got some like ties in the middle to really cinch up the waist here. So again, I'm going to be doing some research on it. I did pay up for this. It was $14, 25% off. But you know, I was happy to pay it because Eileen Fisher, if you look on eBay, a lot of the prices for a piece like this, either a dress or a jacket, you're looking above $40. And so this is a piece that I'm going to very happily be putting online and finding out what the market will bear. Now, I also found another designer. Now, this is a very big designer, obviously Prada. I'm sure everybody recognizes that name. And I sometimes get asked, how do I know whether my designer brands are authentic? And there's a few things that you can kind of take away and tell. First of all, is it a really good fabric that's really well made? Check the stitching, feel the fabric. Is it something that feels really well made? Because designer is designer for a reason. And this definitely passed the feel test. The second thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to check the zipper. A lot of times when you have a very, very high-end brand or even just a high-end brand, they're going to have a YKK on the zipper. That's the type, or that's the company that makes high-end zippers. This does have a YKK, so that tells me that the zipper is expensive and really nice. Now, another thing that I like to check, especially on clothing, a lot of the higher end designers, they will make their own fabric. So this was specifically made for Prada. This is a fabric that they had, that they designed and they had made specifically for this skirt or this line or the, you know, whatever they were making. So between those different things, I have authenticated this. Now, if I wasn't sure, one of the things I can do is I have a local consignment store that does consigning, and they have an authenticity expert. Sorry about that. And so I could take it down there as well. Now I'm looking at around $4 price tag for this, and I believe I could hopefully sell this for around $40 on eBay. I will be taking it into my dry cleaner, making sure that it is absolutely looking its best. It's got like little flounce here at the bottom. I'm looking its best and then taking it in. We started with Alice and Olivia, and we're going to end with a little bit of Tory Burch. I love Tory Burch. Even if these pieces are overpriced, I will still get them just because I love the brand. This was $8.99, 25% off, so I got this for around $7. It is a very bright pink pullover shirt. Look, it's got the logo here on the bottom in metal, and it is a size medium, and it's just in cotton, so it's a very kind of casual, but it does have this great detail design on around the neckline. And so paid $7 for it, and it looks like hopefully I can get about $30 for it. And I just like when Tory Burch is in my store because I think that she is an amazing designer, and I really just love her pieces. So after going through everything, it looks like I did spend a little more than $100. I told you at the beginning I spent about $100. I did spend a little bit more than that. However, I'm really happy with my pieces. Lots of designer pieces here. So I would call this another very successful Goodwill run. I am the New York Thrifter on Instagram. Please come and visit me. And also, if you're not subscribed, I'll be doing more haul videos. So make sure to subscribe. And if you liked what I did here, please hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye.